LLC with Crystal Edge Technology screens, which this is the IMPERIOR, which is going to be on there, and our new company under the FLE-VT, which is going to have the ad tech and all the other crazy stuff we're going to be working on. All right, so got this a few times. What is the difference between the gray screen paints and the white surface? Can they make our screens look dark, unwatchable? Some people feel that the gray screen basically, or the white screen, pulls up higher white levels and color levels and all that other stuff. Well, this right here is our IMPERIOR gunmetal technology. We're making a gunmetal to do something that all other gunmetal screens can't do. Keep in mind that the gray screens don't have the capability, neither the whites, to keep up with the gunmetal technology I showed you before with the white surface alone. And the gunmetals on standalones are next to, without our screen paints being there, our products being there, exactly how powerful these screens are. They pretty much, gunmetal screen is a very powerful screen. You're talking about a certified screen that's going to have a 0.8, 0.9 gain attached to it, where a gray and white screen is going to have a 2.0 as the highest you're going to be able to go. And that's it. And that's why the physical screen, which is gunmetal, considers itself to be the more advanced screen over white and gray. Well, keep in mind in screen paints too. So we do have a screen paint version of our IMPERIOR gunmetal, and it's designed to overpower physical projection screens, but I'm going to show you the difference. Now right now, I'm actually showing a black screen right now. So right now I have a pure black 24-hour black screen showing right now, and as you can see already, they just can't compete with our technology. Let's go with the white levels first. Let's go with the white screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Hopefully we can get a bunch of commercials behind them. Yep, usual. Hold on. White screen saver.
Getting that from YouTube.
Alright, hopefully one of these don't have a commercial behind the back of it. Let's see. And show you right from there. That is our white levels on our technology compared to the white levels on the gray and white screen. We should blend easily into the gray screen with no problem. Black technology basically will overpower just about everything. But let's see. Let's go over to red screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
And we're on our Sony VPL CS4 projector, 720p, 600 by 800 res. We haven't used any of the big boy projectors we have over there. They're 5,000. We got one over there that's actually 5,200 lumens. Those are full 1080p projectors, but we don't need to use those because we're happy with the projector we have here. Let me show you. So let me show you my projector I'm using. So you think we're not pulling any punches here. So this is the projector right there. And as you can see, it's on. Light right there. And this is how far we're back from the screen. All right. Okay. So let's go over here and let's get this started. So we're going to start off with a red level first, and then we'll move on from there. So that shows you the color you will be lacking in the gray screen and definitely the white screen compared to our IMPERIOR gunmetal. All right, let's switch over. We should have blue in there. There we go. So as you can see, a gray screen is no match for the IMPERIOR. All right, and let's go over here, get yellow. I wanted to do some demonstrations outside today, but we got rain, so we're not going to be outside today. All right, let's go over here and get green. And let's go over here and get purple. Get our purple. All right, let's go over and let's get Starfield screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
I have to say that twice because for some reason it just wouldn't pull it. And that shows you why the gunmetals are more superior, because again they pick up a heavier contrast level. Now, like I said, our gunmetal here picks up one of the darkest shades I've seen. All right, let's go over here and let's grab some basic OLED demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
Also want to grab this real quick before I do that. 4K snow screensavers.
Getting that from YouTube.
As I said before, with that Heightener technology, gray screens, no, you can't compete with an IMPERIOR. We can blend into your white levels. So I get a lot, we get the gray screen to come say, no, 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 their product will come out darker. No, 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 we can literally blend into your screen. Black screen's a little different. A black screen's gonna pick up the light, the white levels are going to be a little lower because it's a much darker screen, but it's not going to be to a point where it's unwatchable because we do tons of those tests against gray screens. As a matter of fact, I do have a forum site that says the failure of gray and white screens. It's actually posted on Facebook. A lot of people are in there, and we show our test demonstrations showing our products versus gray and white. We have another post on ambient light projection technology, FLE technology. So we got a ton of posts on Facebook. So if we were to get your gray product down here, we could blend into your screen with a white level as dark as your screen is. And mind you, this paint has a challenge on it. Someone's already basically tried to cheat in the challenge. Yeah, I have to do that one over again. There's no black around the top of that at all, period. It's gray. So they would have to do that one again. But yeah, we can blend into your screen. Tripping over my cords and cables over here. And look how dark that surface is, that gunmetal. I saved these for last. I didn't do any demonstrations on gray versus our product because I like to save those for last because we have people who like to talk too much. And we knew they were already in the room talking about their product versus, even though you don't have a product, I don't even know how that would be possible. You can do it side by side on something that hasn't even launched yet. But anyway, just talking trash. But just to show you that, yeah, you'll blend into our stuff. But we can pick up contrast and color. You can't read. Your white levels, we can match them. Let's go pop over to get ourselves a nice snowstorm over here. See? That's why it's called an IMPERIOR. That's where it's got the name from. Because it has the ability to be able to overpower $6,000, $5,000 projection screens, but come to a gray screen, we can blend into your white levels, pick up colors that you can't even read, and register a dark shade that your contrast levels can't even begin to even think of. We can run at 1,000 lumen projectors. Remind you, their products run at 2,000 to 22. We're at 1,000 lumens we're running. We could do this inside and out with no problem. Black screens have that capability also. And look at the difference between our screen and theirs. And we can blend into your white levels. That's why I saved it for last. Because I knew somebody, and we know who, was probably doing some demonstrations against this technology and trying to say, look, this is how it comes up super dark. Yeah, we knew you did that already. That's why we waited. So we can come in and do this demonstration and embarrass you. And if you say at the end of the day, that's not my product, oh, yes it is, because you try to cheat. So that's your product. And any other gray screen, you're going to match this stuff at the end of the day when it comes to white levels. Now, keep in mind that the black technology we developed has a Heightener number 5 in it. And Heightener number 5 allows that screen to be able to read a level so high that any black surface that lays against it doesn't read jack at all. Certified screens can't read against it. Gray screens can't read against it. They turn gray screens white. White screens have horrible times going against black screens. Now imagine you take a Heightener and you stick it in a gunmetal technology, which isn't as dark as a black screen. That means that the Heightener actually produces a much higher white level, which means gives us the ability to blend into your gray screens when it comes to your white levels. So you can't match it. Red screen. Watch this.
Getting that from YouTube.
See? Interesting, isn't it? So if I were to launch this technology toward any gray screen, it wouldn't make it. The technology could literally overpower you when it comes to color, overpower you when it comes to contrast, overpower you when it comes to fully lit environments, overpower you on any projector that we choose. And when it comes to your white levels, the only thing you have left, we could blend right into your screen. Dangerous, isn't it? Blue screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
See? Can't touch that stuff. And again, no high-end projectors. That's why I like to use these projectors again in my demonstrations, because again, if people are using these high-end projectors, and you know, you have to say it's the projector at the end of the day. All that power, you have to. Now, the reason why we use the 5,000 and big boy projectors is to prove that even at 5,000 lumens, you still can't read. And if you can't read at one of those venues over there, you ain't reading on one of these over here. Starfield screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
So this product can obsolete you. Extremely easy. That's why I saved the great for last. We give people enough chance to talk. We like for them to talk a lot, so we can come in and do stuff like this. Mind you, all these demonstrations you're seeing me do here, I'm going to be doing on site. I got to do them over and over again on site in front of crowds of people. I'm bringing Old Faithful with me. Got to bring her with me. Got to. I passed up the opportunity to use her in a commercial environment. As a matter of fact, I'm taking her down on site when I go to the other place. She's coming back with me because she's mine. Matter of fact, I got a custom case I'm getting for her. I'm doing a repair job on it, like a maintenance job, and get it all cleaned up, dusted out, put her new bulbs in, because she doesn't need new ones, but I'm going to put her fresh ones in for her, get her cleaned up real nice. I'm going to put some stickers all over and everything, some cool stickers. I'm designing myself, Old Faithful, and I'm getting a special case for her. It's going to say Old Faithful right across it. So when I go to shows and stuff, and I pull her out, and you're using a high-end 4K tri-laser whatever projector, and your screen gets crushed by our screen, and not only that, you get beat by a projector that was designed in like 1999, this is going to be pretty embarrassing. That shows you at the end of the day, understand people, that when you do something like that, it tells a person today, no matter how powerful machine you get, you still can't keep up with us. We can use that and take you out. You have to send that kind of message when you're doing business. It also makes them work harder to develop better screens, too, on top of that. All right, let's get some other stuff real quick. Let's go and get, I'm going to go back to those white levels. I'm having fun with that. 4K snow screensavers.
Getting that from YouTube.
I'll just go over to the doggy.
When you have auto glass damage, trust Safelite. This dad and daughter were driving when they got a crack in their windshield.
It's okay. Pull over.
He wouldn't take his car.
Now, the color of the IMPERIOR, as you can see, is not charcoal gray. This could wipe your entire product line completely out. Mind you, it's designed to go against a certified, as we designed it for certified versus certified. That's what it's designed for. The certified screens are going to be much darker. It's more of a challenge with them. But if we were to put this against a gray screen, it'll wipe your stuff. Gray, charcoal, it'll wipe your stuff. Because again, those are darker than charcoals. That's why when people think I'm being rude, I'm trying to be rude. We take on certified. If you haven't taken on one of those screens, there's no way that we can compete with us. So that's why we put the products up for free on our site. Free gray screen paint, as much as you want, because it's not a threat to us. This stuff would match Digital One. And the white surface, well, that's not even there. LG, snowboarding.
Getting that from YouTube.
Every time that screen turns gray, it's because it can't read. White screen turns to white and unwashable because it's not reading. And I love when people say, oh, it's got to be camera tricks. I got to be on site. You know that, right? Like, I literally have to be on site next week. I think next week, but next week, I think I'm going to run it. They're going to be scheduled for me to come down. I got to be on site. So technology has to work. And I've done this multiple times on site. So, yeah, forget it with that. That's tiresome. Tired of hearing that one. Because if that was the case, when I go on site, it wouldn't work. I would pretty much not show up, you know, or just disappear, or just act like I moved. If that was the case. No, I show up. I'm there. I told you, Imperior's a beast. And now it is considered to be the lowest, most affordable, more high-tech gunmetal on the market. Because when I'm over in the set with the gunmetals now, oh, I had a ball over there. I had a ball. I didn't even sleep. I had a ball over there having conversations with them. Oh, so you got a gun. Oh, man. The onslaughts was unbelievable. Heaven to Betsy, we have a screen paint against a certified gunmetal screen. Watch this. They can't see the red. They can't pick up the black. They can't transition. Oh my goodness, man. It was unbelievable. Heaven to Betsy. A screen paint now can compete. We've been doing it for years. But anyway, let's just get back to this. Against their Imperior gunmetal technology. That'd be us, but that's what they feel their superior technology because it's gunmetal. Oh yeah, we kind of turned the tables on that one. Not only can I basically dominate your screens with no problem, but I don't require special ultra short throw projectors. I showed them the demonstrations outside. I showed them the projector I was using, and you guys are using like 5,000, 6,000 projectors over here, and I got this baby over here. This old relic at the end of the day. I'm in fully lit environments. I can do stuff you can't even do at the end of the day. You can't even think of. Yep. And guess what my price point is? And that took out. That was the end of it. One by one, they started leaving the room. So now, I mean, we have black technology. It can take out a gunmetal with no problem. But then they sit there and say, well, that's not a fair advantage because your screen is 100% black. And it's not, you know, it's not, there we go. We get that argument comes up all the time. It's not fair. You got a black screen. Of course, you're going to have better contrast and this, that, and the other. That's not even fair. Make a gunmetal. We do have a gunmetal now. Now what? What's the argument? What's the conversation now? How much did you pay for your screen? You spent $6,000 for a screen for a 100-inch? All right, let me tell you something. For $289, I could do a 250-inch screen. I love it when we mention our prices and people get, oh my God, it's helpful. Not other people. Other people got people spending money with no problem. Because we have our customers, like I said, if we didn't, we wouldn't have any customers. But yeah, but the other people that get mad, the naysayers, like, why is he getting that much money for his product? That's nothing at all, period. That's not a lot of money at all, period. Basically just concentrate on manufacturing and research and let them do all the pricing. That technology right there would cost you about $20,000 easy. Easy. If you're talking about spending $6,000 for a screen and you got a technology that's better than a gunmetal technology and you can code it to anything you want at the end of the day, you're not just stuck to their physical screens, yeah, that price would jump to the roof. You'd be surprised how much money it would cost. The black technology would be higher than that. Customers don't get mad at our prices. What happens is that people who get upset because they can't get that kind of money for their product because your product's not tested. That's why. I can do this to y'all stuff all day. My library of screen paints is so freaking huge that I can come in and go, huh, we'll just take the digital one gray paint and we'll just wipe out your products with that. You want to go to silver? We got silver technology too. We can take you out with that too. Gunmetal, we got that right there. Black, we have that too. Clear technology, got that too. Acoustic, we're there already. What else you got? You have to prove, in order for you to get that payout, you're going to have to be able to prove that your product can do it. Because if I got the money to spend for a $6,000 or $5,000 or even $20,000 projection screen, you got to convince me at the end of the day that your product's going to do the same thing that screen's going to do or better. Or I'm going to go buy that screen. So how are you going to change my mind? Because I can go into forum sites with people who worship those screens and basically go in there and walk out a winner. Can you do that? Look at that. I love it. I want to get to the OLED. OLED demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
Why did he do this on this one? All light demonstration? No. OLED demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
Can't even read the intro screen, won't even come up. And I'm not darkening the environment. That ambient light control nonsense, we don't do that. Either your lights are on or off, that's how it works. I have no time to be over there DJing my lights. Trying to equalize my lights to get them just right, the setting. I ain't got time for that. Lights on or off. And mind you, we're at 1,000 lumens. 1,000 lumens, by the time we reach from here to here, it's not 1,000 lumens. It's gonna be a little less than that. And it still reads. You're supposed to be able to pick up the contrast in the background. That black has to pull up. That's very important. Or basically it's a darker shade of gray for us. I'm so used to saying black because I work around black screens all the time. Now we've done this. Next one I want to do back with another certified again. And then I want to do up close, all white levels to see if the screen will hotspot, which we shouldn't have that problem. It should absorb with no problem whatsoever. I wanted to get outside again and do some demonstrations. I want to do an ultra short throw outside, and I want to go back with 1,000 lumen. Definitely want to do that. But it's raining today, so we won't get that opportunity. But we are going to go out and do it anyway. Darkest screen. Black Diamond has a pretty dark screen, but darkest screen I've seen so far is the daylight. Daylight screen is really, really dark. You can basically beat that screen. If you can overpower it, then the rest of them ain't that hard to do. That's why I showed you how powerful that screen is when I did it on a standalone. Put it next to a gray screen and a white screen on a standalone. You couldn't touch that thing with a 10-foot pole. And you can't stick it in your dark environment because they're not designed for it. It has a 0.8 gain to it versus a 2.0, if you're lucky if you have a 2.0. And I told you before, the 2.0 basically is for standard white screens. So there's nothing really special about the 2.0. Now my other buddy, I got another projector enthusiast that I talk to from time to time, and he was like, yeah, I saw it. Freaking 0.80, non-existing. 0.85, non-existing. 0.9, not existing. Man, I got a bunch of people. My Facebook page is getting flooded over there because now they're asking me, what are we doing with it? You can't tell them that we're actually selling it, because on my form site I can, because that's mine. I control that. But over on theirs, no, we cannot basically sell anything over there. Can't market over there. You can only talk. That's it. Basically, they want people selling a lot of stuff over there. So yeah, so they're asking us questions like, you're selling it, what are you guys doing with it? Well, they can't tell them that, so they've been hunting me down, and they've been popping up all over my sites. Got more members that jumped onto our forum sites, because a lot of our technology information is in there. Good, they can research it and try to track us down, which is good. And then with the free grade screen paint we got on the site, we got people hitting the site like crazy. As they hit the site, they see exactly like, I want people to be attracted to our site. We got a lot of sites are beautiful. Our websites are gorgeous. I want people to come in and check out all the new stuff we got coming up, all the new upcoming technology. We're having a ball in there. Like I said, at the end of the day, we know what we're talking about. Let's get the pinball. I want to get back to playing my pinball. I got a pinball video game. So you get in the forum site and they ask you, what is the distance throw on your product in a fully lit environment? What's your color patterns? What's your contrast? How they react? And how far is your distance? If you've been running that on ultra short throw all the time, you're going to have a lot of problems. Ultra short throw is a little different than long throw. A lot different. If you sit there and say, well, my screen paint's ultra short throw compatible, they're going to sit there and tell you all screen paint is ultra short throw compatible. The only ones that have that issue are certifieds have that issue because of the narrow viewing comb effect. So they're the only ones. I literally just had that conversation with somebody in there. We're showing a diagram, and it was showing the narrow viewing comb. So basically, where you would start to turn, where your screen would actually start to go dark. And I'm like, no, buddy, that doesn't apply to me because I have screen paint. We don't basically are affected by the narrow viewing comb effect. That would be you guys at the end of the day. So I showed them a demonstration of me being at the when I was doing at the charity place where I painted it on the wall, and you can see where I turned to the side, and you can see the screen light up as I look down the hallway. I said, that's what I pick up at 180 due to the fact that screen paints don't have that issue. Screen paints would have the issue of the quality or performance of the product. So say if you paint it to the wall, even though you don't have the angle gain effect, your contrast doesn't pick up, your color doesn't pick up, and your screen completely washes out. It's a performance issue for us. It's not an angle issue. That's for you guys. So that shows him he wasn't doing any research at the end of the day. So again, like I said, if you don't know your stuff, you can't go in there and have those conversations with them because they do know their stuff. Sometimes you got to educate some of them. Some don't need to educate you at the end of the day. But you at least have to know what you're talking about. And it does help that basically, and I'm not trying to be rude here, that you know how to spell. You do need to know what you're talking about. You can't get on camera and go, oh, the colors, the detail, look at the detail, look at the colors, look at no. You have to explain yourself. They have debates and everything in there. So you have to know exactly what you're talking about. They're asking you your distance throw, what projectors are you using it from your distance throw, how much light you have per square inch in the environment, how many square feet do you have in the environment? Do you know your square footage in your environment, basically where you're actually firing off your projector? So there's a whole lot of stuff you're just going to have to be able to talk and you have to know at the end of the day. And you're definitely going to be to add, because they're going to ask you, like, have you done 235.1? So you're going to have the approximate size of what 235 you're designing. Like, if it's going to be 235 at 113, 115, 148, there's 138. You got 58, 78. I ask you all those different questions. If you're using it outside, what type of venue projectors? Are you familiar with those machines over there? I mean, not just saying I turn one on. Are you really familiar with those machines over there? I can repair my machines. So you have to know what you're talking about. Say if you get there and you have a conversation and somebody asks you, what's the difference between an LX 400 and an LW 400? They look exactly the same, but they're different projectors. Or if you look at the Sonys, if you look at the FH31s, 36, and 30s, what's the difference between those? So if you get a Chrissy LW 400, there's two of them. They're both the same. They look the same. One has a bridge, one doesn't have a bridge. What's the difference between the one with the bridge and the one that doesn't have the bridge? You don't know that because you haven't been around enough venues to know this.
Now that's one hell of a finish. Pepperidge Farm. Have a little taste.
That's why I tell people, if you find a Chrissy projector, LW400 or LX, mostly it's going to be the LWs, and it doesn't have, the bridge is not there, you better grab that projector. They have a refined high performance lens in those projectors. The other ones that have the bridge, the lens is actually standard. It's a little shorter. It actually pushes in under the bridge. But the other ones are really larger lens, and basically the bridge is not needed because it will fit. It's a high performance refined lens. It actually advances your picture quality by a lot. So if you see one of them and you happen to find one, and they're rare, they do pop up from time to time, go grab it. Much sharper image. Let me see. Oh, we're gonna get past it right here.
Recommended for your pet's healthy routine. And now find large dog food bags starting at a new, lower price of $59.99 at PetSmart.
Now, the FH30s basically have twin mode, which means you can watch two screens at the same time, but you have to have the remote control to use it. Without the remote control, the twin mode won't activate. Most of these projectors require to have the remote controls with them, because if you don't have them, sometimes some of the perks they have will not work. But that's what it has. It has twin mode. That's basically about it. Watch two images, two screens at the same time. The FH31s have something called portrait mode. Usually if you want to do portrait mode, you got to use it on a computer only. Go in and change your settings from landscape to portrait, and then you have to take your projector and tilt it up in order to get that effect. Well, the FH31s don't have that issue. You can turn anything into portrait mode, just tilt it up and it automatically converts. And if the FH36, which I have sitting over there, they're 52s and not 4,000 lumens. That's the difference. They have a higher lumen count, but they have something called edge bleeding or edge blending, which means you would have to just connect two of those projectors together, just go into the option and just basically synchronize, and your images will blend together without going through a bunch of software. That's the difference between those projectors. And FH36 is 52s. Projectors, you got to stay away from it. You ain't got the money to fix them, because again, the lenses will cost you a ton of money, filters will cost you a ton of money, lamps could cost you a ton of money. Barcodes are crazy expensive. You see one for 250 bucks, stay away from it. That thing is going to cost you a lot of money. And chances are, if you get a lens with it or a lamp, you're very, very lucky, because they usually strip those out. One of the things you got to watch out for when they don't even know, he doesn't even know how to buy a proper projector on eBay, like what to look for. So some people would basically pull the lens out. They'll take the lens completely out. I'll show you. It's the best way to show you. He doesn't know anything about this kind of stuff, because he doesn't know anything about venues. This is the venue, right? So let me see if this is the right one. All right, the top area here, pull the lens out. Now, if you look inside, you will notice that you will see a screw here, a screw there, and you'll see one there, and it's one there. If you see those screws like that, that means the lens was removed. What they'll do is they'll turn it on. When they turn it on and they pull it back from a distance and take the picture, it looks like the projector's on and it looks like there's a lens there, but technically there's no lens there at all, period. if they removed it out. That's why I said if you see those 4 screws and they're visible and you can see them, that means the lens was removed. There you go. Because then you don't turn around and buy the projector, because you don't, technically, when you buy a venue, you don't get lamps with them. You never do. Not lamps, so you don't get lenses with them. You get the lamp, but you get the lamp, but you don't get the lens. The lens you have to buy yourself. So that's why people buy them used, because the lens is going to cost you a lot of money. You could spend $8,000 for one of those lenses, depending on what you get. That's a standard. They have the standard. They had the zoom. I got a zoom lens on this one. That one comes with standard zoom. Some of them you actually have to open up and install it yourself. Good God Almighty! The freaking the LX 400. They got the ribbons on them. Them things are freaking nightmares. They got like 3 ribbons and they clamp. Oh, you tear one of them, that's it. Your projector is done. You mess your projector up. The Hitachi, if I'm saying it right, those projectors, cheap ones, they got the automatic door that comes up. They have a kill switch in them. So that means if you basically pull that lamp out, you can't get it to come back on. They have to go to the manufacturer and they have to do that. That's why you don't see short throws and ultra short throws on venues, because they have interchangeable lenses. That's why. They have a lens for ultra short throw, they have a lens for short throw, all that stuff. You just interchange your lenses. That one has a bunch of lenses I can get for it. But they'll take the picture from a distance and they'll tilt the camera and turn on the projector to give it the illusion that there's a lens in there, and actually there isn't. You see them 4 screws, that's why I magnified and pull it up, and I see the little screws, like, oh, they pulled out the lens. Now, if you're doing like dedicated theater room setup, you can't use a standard lens. It won't work. You have to use a zoom lens. It's the only thing that's going to work. I had that happen to a customer. He was basically putting, I'm talking about a dedicated theater room with your projector in a booth. I'm not talking about your projector being out and sitting there so everybody can see. This thing was actually sitting inside of a booth, and it was a little higher up. And he couldn't figure out that every time he kept putting a projector in there, when he turn the projector on, it would expand out and it would hit the seats, it would hit the walls and ceiling, and he couldn't get it to get a sharp, like narrow shot to hit the screen only. And I said, that's because you got the wrong lens in there. You need a zoom lens to do that. So that projector right there, if a standard lens, I can basically hit a 100-inch screen at around 11 to 12. But with a zoom, you got to be 18 feet back to hit that 100-inch screen. But it won't expand out. It'll be a narrow shot, and you'll basically miss your chairs and tables and all that, wherever's in the way. It'll just hit the screen and screen only. That's what he needed. That's what fixed the problem. So you have to be the troubleshoot too.
All right.
So people contact you, talk to you, have to know what you're talking about.
Just file a claim on the app or call us.
Building screens, all that stuff, extremely important, because people got projects and they'll ask you questions like, well, how do I put this together? And how do I assemble this and that and the other, so and so and so. That's why I got a guy in there right now teaching me about CRTs. I know a little bit about the CRT projectors, but not a lot. And he's basically in there teaching me about it. So we're going through the contrast. We've been through the white levels, some color. Showing the difference of the IMPERIOR gunmetal. Keep in mind, this is only going to be available on our Crystal Edge site. AK Desired Nature, AK.
Getting that from YouTube.
Let's see if they gave it to me or if I have to fight for it. Yep, wait a minute. I think I got it. Because you got to fight for it. Now, if you're wondering just why the screen's in 4.3, I had a few people say, why is your screen in 4.3? Because my projector is literally that old. My projector is so old that it never had the option for a 16:9, because when they developed this machine at the end of the day, 4.3 was the hype. That's why I like it, because it's old. I want a challenge for my technology. I don't want a high-powered projector with all this. I don't want the bells and whistles. Don't forget that. If we can get it to run off Old Faithful over here, we can get anything to run. That's when I get people in the comments. You think it'll run off a 4K projector? Pfft. You've seen the projectors we use in our demonstrations. They're relics.
Doll gum. Fancy gum.
Fancy gum.
Ooh, fancy.
Fancy.
So, Mrs. Ramos, what does your son do?
He says he sells clout.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go through this whole
Have you
thing.
ever seen these clouds?
No.
Here we go. That is the dark shades of gray of the Imperior. Like I said, darkest gunmetal we've ever developed. Well, let me show you something real quick. While we're in here doing this, I'm on my 50 lumen projector hitting my glass over here. That's 50 lumens. That right there is the our black technology. For 50 lumens are running in a fully lit environment. That suck can pick up at 50. I'm gonna see if this one can run 52. What is the contrast level on this projector? Oh, it's pretty low. My contrast on my Pico projector is 1,000. I do know that. So what's this one?
Kodiak Power Waffles are in your corner. 12 grams of protein and knockout flavor.
Hey, it's me, your dry skin. I'm craving something we're missing. The syrup.
Ah, behind you. Watch your first one. Let me see. What? Really? It cost that much for this projector when it first came out? Wow. This projector was $2,449 when it came out. Hold on for a minute. That's crazy. This is my projector right here, the one I'm using in the demonstration right now. That projector cost that much money when it came out. It only has a 4.3. It was discontinued in when? Let me see. Oh, 2002. Yeah, almost right around 1999. Almost around that. 2002. That's my history on the projector I'm using right now. I was like, really? Gee whiz Louise. Hold on for a minute. Yep. So you can see my specifications are true. We are at 600 by 800 res, 1,000 lumens, 4.3. It literally does 4.3. Usually when you get projectors and it says 4.3 and people get turned off, like, oh, it only does 4.3 and that does other options. No, this one literally only does 4.3 at all. Wow. No video modes on, of course, at all. I'm trying to figure out my contrast is on this thing. Gee whiz. Man, I told you projectors back then were expensive. That little thing was like almost $2,500. Can't find any contrast. There's no contrast information on this thing. 600 by 800, 4.3 is the ratio. That's about it. Color is like 8-bit. Okay. Look, real quick. Sorry about that. Also right there. When you look up the projector, we literally did so many demonstrations on this machine. Check it out. If you look it up on Google, it's all us. This is all us right here. There's a machine right there on Projector Central. They talk about the specifications, but everything else is us. Black Series. We did so much testing on this projector. It's not even funny. I have no... See, that's why I said the level of, and I hate to put it this way, of stupidity in some people, and get on camera and make a statement by saying that we only use 5,000 lumen projectors to heighten our white level capabilities. And I literally flooded YouTube and apparently Google with so many demonstrations on this 1,000 lumen projector that basically this is all you see. You don't see anybody else up here. It's just all us. Look at this. That's all me. I tell you, at the end of the day, people just are fast to accuse and don't crack books. And not cracking books will cost you money in court. This is all me. So if I use only high-end projectors to make my white levels look high, what the freak is this at the end of the day? See, that little statement right there, a $250,000 lawsuit for making that comment on YouTube about my product. And we're using one right now. Yeah, that costs you. But I gotta find the contrast on this thing. All these videos is me. Giddy up. I'm trying to find it. You gotta go to the supermarket to get these things. I want to see what they taste like. And get my giddy up. Yeah, all these videos is us. And look at it. Outside, inside. Yeah, man. This is all us. Matter of fact, I got to increase. We did all our demonstrations on this machine. So I got to increase our 1,000 lumen page and our demonstration page and add these onto it. Because we literally did the entire test on this projector. Some banging music. Alright, let's just find this contrast up on this thing. Give me other projector, not mine. And see the contrast on and off? It doesn't make a difference for us, but what the heck? Like, seriously, you gotta have a contrast level on this thing. So there's no contrast reading for this thing. It literally has no contrast. So it just has an on and off. That's it. It doesn't have a contrast. Sorry. I do this because I don't want to put things in front of it when you're watching something. Just pause it. So the contrast pretty much isn't there. It's just an on and off feature. That's all it is. So that means it's extremely, extremely low. Show you that we're looking up our projector right there. Wow. That thing is oh yeah, because that projector over there does 16.9. The one I have, Pico, does 16.9. And the contrast is at 1,000. So the 4.3s don't even have contrast readings.
Cookies with
Are you
Hershey's
freaking
fudge
kidding me?
filling.
I
Double
didn't know that.
chocolatey, double yum. Chips Ahoy!
And there's something every day. They don't have a contrast reading. Where we at for time? Oh, we're almost there. I'm going to do a certified next. Now, let me see. Let's get some color. TLC 4K demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
And we can do this one right here. I haven't done this in a while. The lamp is only 120 watts. Oh, that's it. SVG, I can figure that. 600 or 800. Max watt is 190. Wow, that's nothing. So the contrast really isn't there. It's like an on and off feature. That's all it is. There's no rating for it. So that means contrast is low. So the 4.3s projectors that do 4.3 only, they have no contrast reading. And the ones that basically that do 16.9 basically do. But that one's 1,000 to 1 on the Pico. I like those odds. That's what I like at the end of the day. When the odds are stacked against me, there could be a possibility of a no-win situation. Oh yeah, we're definitely going in. Definitely going in. Why not? Who would pass up on something like that? That's crazy. Or those people at the end of the day, if they tell me, hey, there's a possibility you may not make it out, it's a 1,000,000 chance. Definitely going in. It's an opportunity of a lifetime. Win or lose, it's an opportunity. I'm going through. Other people, nah, they see it and they want to play it safe. They'll stay away from it. Not us. It's an opportunity. That's why I look for the most crappiest projector I can possibly. Sorry, old faithful. I know what I'm talking about. The most low quality projector I could possibly get. That's what I'm hunting online for. I'm not hunting for no big boy projectors. I'm in there looking for them really old relics. At the end of the day, I want those. And then people are saying, well, they're changing settings. No. I did unboxing on all my projectors. And when I did my unboxing, I plugged them up, set them up, and hit the screen with them. Every single one of them. So if that projector failed and that product didn't work, it wouldn't have worked right there in the demonstration. I can go to my channel and I can pull up unboxing. You can see every projector I've ever purchased has an unboxing on it. I back all my stuff up. This one has an unboxing. And I want to experiment more with the Pico projectors because that's a challenge, man. Those projectors really have nothing attached to them. 300 lumens, 50 lumens, that's a challenge. If we get the 50 lumen to fire up in a fully lit environment, wait a minute. Sorry about that real quick. I'm over here looking at my 50 lumen projector on my screen. See that? We get that 50 lumen projector to generate them colors that bright, that beautiful, that sharp, that clean, and a fully lit environment. You see how light my table looks? That's how much light that's hitting the table. I got a garage light over top. It's commercial lighting in here. And it's running with no problem whatsoever. So we can get that to run. We can get anything to run. We can get old projectors like this to run. We can get anything to run. We don't bother with these over here. I sit there and tell people at the end of the day, look, I don't need those machines. I can put all those in storage. These two right here would be much sufficient. That's all we need. And I got that $60 unit. That's all I need to do demonstrations on. You don't need all that. My projector right now costs less than just about everybody on YouTube that's showing a demonstration. Let's say they got a $70 projector sitting in front of them. That's what I paid for that one. I think that one was 70 bucks too. So about $140 what we're using right now in projectors. I wanted something on Samsung that I wanted to do. Let me see.
New Airwick?
No, I want something with oh, New York City Jazz, nighttime.
Getting that from YouTube.
It was the one restaurant that we could afford on like our $3 per diem.
If you like doing the skyline demonstration with skylines in your setup, 235 is the way to do it. We're going to be doing another 235. One thing I haven't done, I've never done a 235.1 outside. I'm doing one.
Dr. Garcia?
I'm building an entire screen out of cardboard.
Bacterial infection.
Press gum detoxifies antibacterial.
It's going to make a postal service 235.1 screen. Our budget for our projector is 150 and down. We need a VSonic to do it, to do the 235.1. That's the only thing I'm missing, is a 235.1 outside. I can get a door. Door is a 235.1 size, about 4 feet by just about, yeah, door is about a 235.1 setting. But I want to do cardboard. Yeah, it's cheap and it's free. Samsung demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
I just want the last one. We're just going to run just a little bit because we got to finish the demonstration on this one. And after that, we're coming back in with certified. This is where I get to have my fun. At least I get the challenge. It is good screens to go against. Now, as I said before, our products are easy to paint. You watch me paint this screen like 3 times on camera. Then on black, then on gunmetal. Very easy to paint. One coat application. No complicated instructions. Just pour and paint. That's all you got to do. That easy. Spray it, you can paint it. It's easy to do. And mind you, for a product that's supposed to be so thin, I can feed through a paint sprayer. A stain paint sprayer, which are actually a little bit more of a thinner nozzle due to the fact that they're used for actually shooting and spraying applications for stain. Thick enough to be rolled onto a surface and cover every imperfection you may have in your wall, and also thin enough to go through a paint sprayer. Very easy to do, so easy, your kids can do it. Oh, just for fun. 4K snow screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
This is the fun part. Just basically blending into a gray screen. I'll show you up close. Blend right into a gray screen. Look how look how dark the technology is. Well, actually, there it's really black, but look at that dark gray. And look how it can basically blend into that screen. Since this technology pulls an extremely high white level because it has gunmetal and it has a Heightener 5 attached to it, your charcoal paints couldn't touch it, your gray screens couldn't touch it. I could literally, and I'm trying to be truthful here, I could wipe your entire product line out on that screen by itself. What could you put against it? Your gray paints will blend into it. Match your white levels, produce color, watch your screen wash out, throw in a contrast level, your screen's going. You can't survive in its environment. That's virtually impossible. So that's not going to work. And as for those darker mixes, well, again, you're not dark as this screen at the end of the day. So it's going to overpower you on so many levels, it's not even funny. Gunmetal is darker than you. That's one of the lemon hits I'm speaking about. By this product being the best of the best, I could wipe your entire product line from the screen. So you're going to say you pulled the highest white level? Yeah, right. Yeah, you can see how the screen turns. What's the beat? The beat is banging.
The strongest feelings.
Look how dark gray that technology is, and look how it blends right into a gray screen. The white surface can't read the contrast level, so it's not going to pick up anything. It's just going to come out washed out. Blue screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Bam! Now see any more? There you go. That's how you do it, people. That's how you do it. 20 minutes to engineer the technology. Blessed to have it. Of course, from our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, we can come out here and put those trolls to shame. Anyone who basically that comes against our product, we can put you to shame. If you're out there minding your own business, doing your own thing, hey, many blessings to you. But if you're basically going to come against me at the end of the day, don't do it. Trust me, it's not going to go well for you. So now the IMPERIOR is designed to deal with whatever we need it to deal with. At the end of the day, I can wipe all your gray screen paints. I can blend into your white levels and basically produce color that you won't see. You can't survive in our environment. That's not going to happen. And when I pull contrast level, well, here we go. Starfield screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
Are you going to keep up? Something like that. The screen can obsolete you. This is what the Gunmetal did to you. Gunmetal has the technology where basically they can pull those high white levels because they have that reflective surface. They can maintain a really good dark shade of gray. And then their colors are fantastic. So this is why I was explaining to you guys that you need to upgrade your products because, again, the Gunmetal can wipe you clean. The only reason why you were still around because Gunmetal was so expensive. That's why. So people just stuck to the gray screens. The gray screen is a budget screen. It has a 2.0 gain on it. They don't have anything higher than that. There's no 3.0, 4 something. No, they're all 2.0s. It's the highest it can go. And that is a standard gain for a white screen. So those over there, they have the 0.8, 0.9s. They can go higher as they want, but you guys can't go anywhere. But the beautiful thing about this technology right here is this technology is only more superior than your gray and white, but it can also take out a certified screen. Which I said that we are going to have, on a black technology, we have the most advanced technology because the black technology can take this out. So we have the most advanced in black technology, and once the IMPERIOR launches, it will be the #1 and the best gunmetal on the planet. And it is. With certified screen right now can take it. And for our customers at the end of the day, now this we're talking to is the people who make these products. Customers at the end of the day couldn't care less who we take out at the end of the day, as long as we have a technology that is going to be advanced, does exactly what it's designed to do, it's not going to be a headache to apply, and it's going to be affordable. So when you gray screen paint makers, you compare yourself to us. You got a habit of saying, well, who's going to pay for that product when that product costs $60? Your product can't do what my product does at the end of the day. The people we basically relate to are the people who are going to spend $6,000, $7,000 for a screen. And the people who want that product but don't want to spend $6,000, $7,000 for a screen. So we can basically deter anyone from basically buying the product, if they haven't heard about us already, buying the product and switch over and buy our stuff at the end of the day because it's far more better. And then the people who can't afford it and do want those screens and don't want a budget product at the end of the day, they buy from us. That's who we cater to. But if you basically are using the gray paints and you're at that $60 mark, at the end of the day, our products are going to be too expensive for you. People who basically want a more advanced screen and they're willing to pay that money to get the best out of their projector, then they're basically going to buy from us. That's how it is. So if you think our stuff is expensive, go spend $6,000 for a projection screen. Because if you're going to say at the end of the day that we're in the same category as gray, we are not in the same category as gray. Our prices are much different than gray because we're not gray at the end of the day. We're more advanced than gray. But for the other people who want to sit there and say, well, hey, look, if you don't want to pay at $300 on down, then guess what? You can go drop $4,000 or $5,000 or $6,000 or $7,000 for one of those, and I'll still take that screen out. There you go. That's what they compare it to the gunmetal, the high advanced technology, not to this. Because this would be too easy for us. 4K snow screensavers.
Getting that from YouTube.
See? That's the problem we have. That's the barrier that they don't click. It doesn't click for them. That they feel that because they're saving you money, it's $60. You're not saving anybody any money. Your setup costs more than mine. Why are you saving any money? If the person who has the setup costs more than the are you kidding me? My projector costs $70. The Surface that this Surface went on was like $28. And the screen paint, yes, it's higher than yours, but it's better than yours because I can do things on my products that you can never even do. You can't go against those screens over there. So buying my screen, it's like having a screen better than $6,000 to $7,000, which I'll do in the next demonstration. So what can you say? I have better white levels? No. Somebody's on the track messing around. You don't have better white levels than us, so that's gone. Better color? Blue screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Nope, you don't got better color. What about better contrast? Starfield screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
Don't got that either. Ambient light rejection technology, you don't have that. If you had it, you would be able to survive in the environment right now without washing out. In the dark? No, we already proved that already. I can wash your screen out with a simple cell phone flashlight. So, nope. Nope, 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 no, 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 no. And what most people do is to fix the problem, then they'll turn to the projector, blame it on the projector, so it was the projector's fault, because I'm going to need like 5,000 lumens, got that over there, and we're going to need like tons of freaking, we have to heighten the visual resolution and more color and up. How much money you just spent? You just spent all this money. So my setup right here that I have, which how much did I pay for my setup in here? I'm going to add this up. How much money this all cost me? Let's see, we're going to be doing the screen size. Let's see, we're going to have 16 ounces for this thing. So at what price for the day would cost me? Let me see. So we're talking about roughly $189. That paints up to a 127-inch screen. And then my projector cost me $70. That's what I'm using right here. Wallpaper is $28. And that's basically about it. I would just add my soundbar in there. All together, if I don't add my soundbar in there, I'm at $287. You spent $3,100 for a projector. Your screen's running about $120, $130. It's fixed frame screen. I know that from the door they run about that much. And you spent way more than me. And yet you can't even do this. And I can all day. That's my price. So at $287, I can take out a $5,000, $6,000 projection screen, go outside, inside, and take out this at the end of the day with no problem. Do it on a projector that most people would even use for a paperweight. You don't save no money. Can't even do this in a fully lit environment. Gray screens don't read contrast. All right. Let me see. Certified next. Video? We're going to have to do that in the next demonstration because I don't want this video to be too long. So if you're seeing the $60 mark, then that's where you're going to be at, the $60 mark. You can't come out here. No, that's the warp speed.
Men tell us when they use Just for Men to eliminate gray.
Yeah, keep your gray. I don't know why people get rid of the gray. I love gray. Because we get the arguments, we do. We get the arguments and the crimes, a lot of crying. Oh God, there's so much crying. We get it. We're going to get cries. I guarantee you, every video that I do, they're probably taking images of my video, trying to make it look darker, and saying this is what you're really getting. They cry on everything, so we're used to it. But now, your product's obsolete. favorite. Beta fish, black background.
Getting that from YouTube.
Did you know you're supposed to pick up 100% black in the background? Have to read it. And the white screen suffering, white screen, we don't talk about the white screen. White screen's going to register for jack. All right, see people who basically go out and spend the money for these crazy expensive projectors. You get yourself a white screen and you figure out, you think your projector's going to fix it. Your projector can't fix it. That's why it's the same scenario every time. Dark environment, dark environment, dark environment, dark environment. Can't get it to work. You have standard gain sitting on it. Contrast that was supposed to pull. It's not picking it up. It's not seeing it. All right, we're going to go over time on our video here because I got to get back in. I got to do another one for the certified. And I did certify on a standalone by itself without our screen in the picture. And I did it on the white surface versus a gray screen. You can't come anywhere near close to that certified screen. No way in the world. I've seen one demonstration and the person had a Cinema Gray 5D and he had a Dark Star 9, but they were in dark environments. Why would that screen be sitting in a dark environment with a 0.9 gain sitting on top of it? Should have never been in that environment to begin with. It should have been in a fully lit environment, but the problem was that the screen that was doing the demonstration on couldn't be in a fully lit environment. And they stuck it in the dark and showed a bunch of color, like, look, we did the same thing. No, you do not. I've had Dark Star 9s. I've tested them. You stick that screen in a fully lit environment, you show a star field, it's going to pick up a star field. It can read that heavy contrast level. Your gray screen can't read it. That's why you stuck it in the same dark environment. If you look at the video, we talked about the yellowish tone video, you'll notice that he has Cinema Gray 5D sitting on the screen. And it's in a dark, dark environment. Why is it in a dark, dark environment? Oh. Mercy. All right, I gotta go. I'll be switching over for my certifieds. Gotta go and got.